Okay, speaking has several advantages over writing. What is the difference between speaking and writing? While you're speaking, speaking enables dialogue. If we don't understand what the speaker is saying, we can ask the speaker to repeat the phrase or clarify his or her ideas. When we speak, we have much more freedom to play with grammar and stylistic conventions. We can use slang, we can clip off endings of words, and state incomplete or run-out thoughts. That means, while speaking, we are allowed, or maybe it's acceptable, to make some mistakes. Okay, so when we said something, somehow it's ambiguous or it's not clear, we still have the chance to repeat or rephrase or clarify our ideas. Okay. Also, we can play with the grammar and stylistic conventions. That we can use slang or clip off endings of words, or maybe we can state a sentence incomplete sentence, as long as our ideas are clear for audience. When we are speaking, it's natural and even acceptable to make occasional grammatical mistakes. And when we do, we have the chance to correct ourselves before we continue. When we make mistakes while speaking, we still have the chance to correct ourselves or to say whatever we are saying again in order to clear any misunderstanding. These features are not available for writing. As for writing distances us from our audience. There is a big distance between us and the audience, and we cannot correct ourselves as we go along or backtrack it if our reader doesn't understand what we have written. Simply that means that there is a big distance, there is a big gap between the reader and the writer. Okay? If the writer didn't make sure that his ideas are clear and are settled in the correct form, misunderstanding will occur between him and the reader. Okay? And he will not be able to go back and to correct his mistakes, because whenever you finish writing and you hand over the paper, you don't take it again, and you are not allowed to correct any ideas or to rephrase or to repeat any part of it. When we write, therefore, we need to be clear and correct from the start. So from the very beginning, we have to be clear and to be correct. From the very beginning, from the start. Otherwise, our readers may not be able to understand our message. And this is the point of the grammar. The grammar actually, it has to do with meaning. It has to do with meaning. Whenever the tense that you use, it implies a specific meaning. So we have to be careful for our messages, the messages that we convey to the reader. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Is it okay now? Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. So let's continue. I said that there is a difference between the computer-based test and the paper-based test. Okay, in what sense? That means the computer test, the computer-based Toefl exam, the structure question is implied into the writing and reading. you have to be sure that your grammar, structure and style is very clear and very correct while writing your essay or while reading comprehension. Okay. As for the supplemental paper-based TOEFL exam, the structure and writing expressions questions are direct and not implied in any other sections. Okay. Okay. Kinds of structured question on the TOEFL exam. Kinds of structured questions on the TOEFL exam. Kindly, there are some common questions. I answered them already on the wall of the group. So please, I'm not going to waste the time of the audience in order to repeat the answer of repeated questions. Kindly, so please go back inshallah to the document, and you are going to find every single answer for your question, for such common questions. Okay. Walaikum salam, guest 151. Kindly change your name from from up on the top of the on the bar on the top. Okay, so let's start with kinds of structured questions on the TOEFL exam. Type 1, incomplete sentences. Incomplete sentences. These sentences will have a blank and ask you to select the correct word or phrase to put it in that blank. As you can see, there is a blank here, and you have to fill this blank with the correct answer. On the paper-based TOEFL, these questions are called structured questions. This kind of question is called a structured question. It's legal. What cars on the 2-lane road when there is a solid yellow divided line? Passes or passing, to pass, or when passing. Who can answer this, please? It's legal to pass. Illegal, okay, to pass. B, Mr. Sameh. Mr. Sameh, he said B, passing. It's illegal passing? No. It's C. Yes, the correct answer is C. Yes. Okay. Thank you. So we choose the correct form. This is the first type of the grammar question that you are going to find in such kind of exam. So the second type is sentences with underlined words or phrases, and this is very common. We are going to discuss this inshallah during this session. Okay, Mr. Sameh, we are going to discuss this inshallah during this session. Okay, I'm just stating an example. Okay, so these sentences will have several underlined words or phrases. You will be asked to choose which of the underlined words or phrases is incorrect. On the paper-based TOEFL exam, these questions are called written expression questions. Examples: a lack in folic acid, especially in early pregnancy, can lead to serious birth defect. Okay, so with which of these underlined words is incorrect? Who can tell me which is in these underlined 4 underlined words is incorrect? Why? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this choice? Who can tell me? Can it supposed to? Okay, calm down please. I want to make some points clear to some students. I like off. Excellent. Dr. Hiba, excellent, very good. No, it's A, because no, it's lack of. Lack of, yes. We don't say lack in. We don't say lack in, we say lack of. Okay, thank you very much. I want to make some points clear for some students. Okay, now I'm stating examples. I'm going to discuss this and explain everything later. Okay, so please focus now. I'm talking about the types of questions that you are going to find. Lack means shortage. Okay. The basic unit of writing sentences and sentences structure. The subject, predicate, and objects. We have to make sure that we understand what does it mean, subjects, predicates, and objects. A sentence is the basic unit of thought in the English language. It's composed of two essential parts, a subject and predicate, and it must express a complete thought. The predicate is, okay, let's look here. The snow is the subject part and is falling is the predicate. These two parts should agree with each other. Okay? The subject of a sentence tells us who or what the sentence is about. The subject of a sentence tells us who or what the subject is, the sentence is about. The predicate tells us something about the subject. The predicate, the part which tells us something about the subject. I'm sorry, Mr. Amir, do you have any question? Okay, kindly don't use the chat unless you have a question relevant to the course because it affects the sound. جزاكم الله خيرا. Okay, so a subject means a subject of a sentence tells us who or what the sentence is about. But the predicate tells us about the subject. Thus the following sentence, the snow is falling. The word snow is the subject. It tells us what is the sentence about, or what performed the action of the sentence. Like Ahmed ate the apple. Ahmed ate the apple. Ahmed will be the subject. He performed the action. He did the action. Okay? The verb phrase is falling is the predicate. Why? Because it tells us about the snow. It tells us the action performed by or information about the subject. Like is falling. Information, it's the action tells us about an action. Like the dress is red. Is red gives us information about our subject. The subject of a sentence can be singular or compound as plural. What does it mean? It means like I ate a large pizza. I, it's a singular subject. But Ted and I ate a large pizza. That means that Ted and I, here the subject is plural. It's not singular. But here are, it's singular subject. The compound subject, it consists of two subjects performing the action. two or more subjects maybe, okay, performing the action, okay. Also, the predicate can also be singular or compound. The predicate also can be singular or compound, like I ate a large pizza. Here is the predicate is singular, but I ate a large pizza and I drank a liter of soda. Here that I did two actions, so compound predicate consists of two actions performed by the subject. Now, is it clear? Now we know what is the subject, what is the predicate. And how can the subject be a compound or singular? Okay. If you have any question concerning this part, you can ask. You may ask. Okay, جزاكم الله خيرا. Okay, let's go to another point. The direct object. What is the direct object? In many sentences, someone or something receives the action. Receives the actions expressed in the predicate. This person or something or thing is called the direct object. The one who receives the action is the direct object. The one or the thing who receives the action is the direct object. In the sentences below, the subject and the predicate are separated by a slash, and the direct object is underlined. The direct object is underlined. I is the subject. Ate a large pizza. The pizza received the action of being eaten. The pizza receives the action of being eaten. So, it's the direct object. Jack loved Jill. Jill received the action of being loved. What about the indirect object? Sentences can also have an indirect object, a person or a thing who receives the direct object. So the direct object receives the action itself, but the indirect object receives the direct object. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is this point clear? The difference between the direct and the indirect. Okay, the direct object, the direct object receives the action itself. The direct object receives the action itself. What about the indirect object? The indirect object receives the direct object. Mr. Amir, is it clear now? Okay, let's go to the examples that will make it clear. In the sentence below, the direct object is underlined and the indirect object is in bold. I gave Emma a gift. I gave Emma a gift. Emma received. Let me ask you, Emma received gave or a gift? Emma received the action or a gift? A gift, excellent, very good. That means that Emma is indirect object. Emma is indirect object. Where is the direct object? Gift. Excellent. Why? Why it's the direct object? Because it received the action. Excellent. Very good. Mr. Amir, excellent. Very good. Very good. Alexander? Alexander. Okay. The teacher threw the children a surprise party. Here's the same. The teacher threw the children a surprise party. The children received the party, so they are indirect or direct object. They received the party. Indirect. Okay, where's the direct object? What is the direct object in this sentence? A party. Excellent. Very good. You got it. I think all of you got it. Okay. Let's go to exercise. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing, everybody? How's your exams for those who have exams? Hope you are doing well, inshallah. Kindly change your names. Change your names from guest 113 and 112, 110. Okay, kindly, for those who didn't resign their name, sign your name, write down your name instead of guest 86 and 89 and so on. Okay, is it clear now? Okay, jazakumullah khairan. Okay, let's start our session today. This is session number 4 from preparing for Toefl exam. Today, inshallah, we are going to talk about grammar and style, structure. In this session, we are going to talk about this, and the next session, inshallah, we are going to talk about the structure or the grammar and style. One. Okay. Now I want you to do 4 things in every sentence. Okay. Put a slash between the subject and the predicate, and then identify whether the subject is singular or compound. Then identify whether the predicate is singular or compound. Underline the direct object and circle any indirect objects if there's any. Okay, so I want volunteers to participate in this practice. Is there anyone who wants to take the mic and to take the control? Okay. Okay, Mr. Howard, I'll mute my mic. I think you have the audio now. Mr. Hack, I can't give you the mic. I will try to give you the control, the pen. Okay, please. Is the voice working? No, I muted it. I have problems with my, I can't answer. Okay. Okay, just 1 minute, please. Okay, I can't find you. Okay. I can't find you. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, you got it? You have the control, Mr. Hack. You can go on. Okay. Yes. This is a slash. The subject is singular or compound? Okay, singular. What about the predicate? Excellent, Mr. Haytham. Okay. Excellent, Mr. Amir. Very nice. Okay, is it singular or compound? The predicate is? You can write just C or S. Where's the predicate, Mr. Hack? It's singular. Okay. Underline the indirect object. The indirect object, underline. You made the circle already, so it's, sorry, underline the direct object. Mr. Islam, you may refresh your page. Mr. Hack, please, we are in the first question. So, would you please point to, or I don't know. You made circle already. Where is the direct object? Car. Okay. What about the indirect object? What about the indirect object? Where is the indirect object? Yes, that's excellent. Very good. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you. Who else? Who wants to participate? That's true. There is no indirect object in this sentence. Okay, guest 189. You have to change your name. Mr. Mahmoud Yusuf. Okay, Mr. Mahmoud. Mr. Mahmoud Yusuf. Okay, you have the mic.
Hear me now? You hear me? Everybody hear me? Okay. My boss. My boss is the subject. And wait. The subject is singular. Also, the predicate singular. The direct is usuries, and indirect is me. Okay, is it clear?
Much. جزاكم الله خيرا. Is it? That's perfect. But where should you put the slash?
After both. After yes, after my bosses. You're welcome.
So, anybody else wants to participate? Okay, Mr. Alexander, I will mute my mic, but I think your mic is working. Mr. Alexander, are you available? Okay, so we can't hear you. Okay. Very good, Mr. Toefl. MashaAllah, very nice. Okay, the engineer measured the water level. Mr. Abdullah, can you answer it? Would you please take the pen? Because I don't know if there's maybe there's a problem. Okay, Mr. Abdullah. Okay. Mr. Abdullah, you have the pen now. You may answer on the board. Okay. The engineer, okay. Singular. Measured the water and tasted and tested it for so the predicate is singular or compound. What about the predicate in this sentence? Is it singular or compound? I can see some correct answers here. Mr. Mustafa, the predicate means the agreements which will the verb or whatever tells us about the subject. It gives us an information or tells us what the actions that the subject do. Okay, Mr. Mustafa? Okay, the predicate here is plural. The predicate is plural, sorry, or compound, okay? Why? Because I have two actions. I have two actions, measured and tested. Measured and tested, okay? The water is direct or indirect? The water. Measured the water. Who received the action? Direct. Thank you, Mr. Abdullah. Jazakumullah khairan. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Direct. Okay. Is there any indirect? Okay. Test is a verb. It's not an object. Yes, Miss Rasha. It's the action of, or the part which gives us information about the subject. Okay, what about the last one? The last one, I need a volunteer here. Mr. Amir. Mr. Amir. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Amir. Hi, guest 219. Kindly change your name. Change your name from the top. On the top, there is a bar on the top. Change your name. Okay. Thank you. Hello, welcome. Okay. You're welcome. Okay, first the list. The subject is singular or compound? Excellent, Dr. Heba. No, Miss Heba, no, Dr. Heba. Compound. The subject is singular or compound? Where's the subject? Excellent, Mr. Haytham, very good. Okay, is it singular or compound? Write S or C? Compound, okay. Okay. What about the predicate? Is it singular or compound? Okay. Okay. So, what about the direct object first? Let's see, where is the direct object? Different story. Okay, what about the indirect object? Okay. Okay, why the detective is the indirect story? Why? Sorry, the indirect object. Who can tell me? Why? Because? No. Mr. Mustafa, no. Action. The indirect object, because it receives the direct object. Excellent, very good. So again, the direct object receives the verb. The direct object receives the verb or the action. The indirect object receives the direct object. جزاكم الله خيرا مستر أمير جزاكم الله خيرا. Okay, let's continue. Perfect, ما شاء الله. You understand it. You are doing well, all of you, ما شاء الله. جزاكم الله خيرا. Okay. Let's continue with our session. Mr. Sameh, okay, again. The direct object receives the action of the verb. The direct object receives the action. Okay, but the indirect object receives the direct object. Okay, like I gave Emma a gift. Gave. Okay, this action, who received this action? Miss Suna, yes, it is real class. Gave. Who received gave? Emma or a gift? A gift. A gift. Okay. Gave a gift. Who received the gift? Who received the gift? Emma. Mr. Mustafa, refresh your page, please. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Now we are going to talk about independent and dependent clauses. Independent and dependent clauses. From its name, independent means that it can stand alone. Okay, it can't stand alone. It gives complete meaning. It gives complete meaning. Okay. What about dependent? Dependent means it's not complete. It needs something else to complete it. Okay. Let's go on. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a predicate. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a predicate. Clause can have direct and indirect objects too. Okay. So a clause that expresses a complete thought is called an independent clause. A clause that expresses a complete thought is called an independent clause. It can stand on its own as a sentence. It can stand on its own as a sentence. Kindly don't write anything on the chat because it affects the sound. It affects the quality of the sound. Okay? Jazakumullahu khairan. The independent clause like it rained. It rained. This clause is complete. We don't need to add anything to complete the idea of this sentence. It rained. Okay? What about a dependent clause? A dependent clause, on the other hand, cannot stand alone because it expresses incomplete. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, I guess I'm back. Jazakumullah khair. Okay, let's continue. I know I lost you. Okay. Again, what is the difference between independent clause and dependent clause? The independent clause, it can stand on its own as a sentence. It gives a complete thought or meaning. It rained. Here, this sentence is complete. It has a complete idea. It gives a piece of information. It's understandable. It's accessible. Okay? And acceptable, actually. Okay? So what about a dependent clause? A dependent clause, on the other hand, cannot stand alone because it expresses an incomplete thought. Incomplete thought. When a dependent clause stands alone, the result is a sentence fragment. Fragment means a part of a sentence, okay? So dependent clause, like because it rained. Do you understand anything when I said because it rained? Did you get anything, any piece of information? No, it means nothing. Excellent, Miss Naveen. Okay, so we need another part, we need another clause to make the complete, to make it complete, to complete this sentence, or to make a complete thought. Okay? What about subordinating conjunctions? Let's see how can we make. Iyad, kindly refresh your page and you're going to see the slides, inshallah. Okay? How can we join between two clauses? How can we join between two clauses? Two dependent or independent clauses. We use subordinate conjunctions. Okay, what are the subordinate conjunctions? What makes the dependent clause in the previous example dependent is the word because. Okay, because is one of many subordinating conjunctions, like the following, like after, before, that, when, although, if, unless, once, as if, as, where, though, whatever, because, since, until, while. When a clause has a subordinating conjunction, it must be connected to an independent clause to become a complete thought. Okay? Because it rained, the game was cancelled. Because it rained, the game was cancelled. This clause is dependent. It gives no meaning alone. But when we add this clause, independent clause, the game was cancelled, this clause is independent. Now the full sentence, this is a compound sentence, okay, and it gives a complete thought or a complete idea. Because it rained, the game was cancelled. Now, is it clear? Do you understand this part? Okay, let's go. Thank you. Now let's talk about complex and compound sentences. Complex and compound sentences. Okay, again. Okay, let's say again. We have dependent clause and independent clause. The dependent clause cannot stand alone. It gives no idea. It needs another part to complete it. Okay? But as for the independent clause, it can stand alone. It gives a complete idea or thought. Okay? So we use such conjunctions in order to join two clauses together. To join two clauses together, okay? Like because it rained, the game was cancelled. Okay, now it gives a complete sentence. Okay, is it clear? Kindly guess 200, please change your name. Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, about complex and compound sentences. A sentence with both dependent and independent clause is called what? A complex sentence. A sentence which includes dependent and independent clause, we call it complex sentence. Mr. Islam, we can compound to, okay, let's continue. I think your question will be answered during this slide, okay? So focus. When two independent clauses are combined, the result is a compound sentence like the following. It rained, so the game was cancelled. Here, as you can see, this is independent. It gives full meaning, okay? And this sentence also is, so the game was cancelled. Both of them are independent clauses, okay? But in the complex sentence, one of them is dependent and the other is independent. The most common way to join the two independent clauses is with a comma and coordinating conjunction, like and, but, or, for, so, or yet. The most common way to join two independent clauses, full sentences, complete thoughts, is with a comma and coordinating conjunction like and, but, or, nor, for, so, or yet. Independent clauses can also be joined with a semicolon if the idea in the sentence are closely related. If the ideas in the sentence are closely related, like I was starving, so I ate a whole pizza. Or he's from Australia, she's from New Zealand. Okay? Okay, Mr. Islam, is it clear? Tell us or describe people, places, things, and actions. If it describes people, place, or thing, we call it adjective. If the word describes place or people or things, we call it adjective. If it describes actions, we call it adverb. Okay, slowly, quickly, hardly, okay, very, okay. In the examples below, the prepositional phrases are underlined and modifiers are in bold. On Friday, it rained all day. On Friday, on, in, preposition, phrase, preposition, and a noun, preposition plus noun. That means this part is a phrase. We call it a phrase. But all day is a modifier. So the baseball game was cancelled by the league, okay? Now let's go on with practice 2. You're supposed to place brackets around any dependent clause. You're going to find dependent clauses and you're going to put it into brackets. Number 2, you're going to underline the prepositional phrases. Yes, Mr. Mustafa, this is a practice. We're going to practice now. Okay? Underline the prepositional phrases and circle any modifiers. Okay? Now I need volunteers. I have about 5 sentences here. Sentence number 1. Okay, Samah. Just 1 minute. Okay, Mr. Mahi, you have the control. Miss Samah, are you there? Okay, I think maybe she needs a mic. Miss Samah, shall I activate your mic? Okay, I think there's a problem with Miss Samah. So who else who can answer this? Okay, who wants to take? Islam, Mr. Islam, okay. Mr. Islam. Mr. Islam, would you need the mic? Okay. Okay, here we go.
Hello everyone, can you hear me? Okay, so since interest rates have dropped considerably in the last month, I guess this is dependent. And with the second sentence, it would be wise to refinance the mortgage on your new home. That, I guess this is independent. Can you hear me now? Okay, is it clear now? Okay, again, I guess for the first sentence, which is since interest rates have dropped considerably in the last month, actually appears as a dependent, and it would be wise to refinance the mortgage in your new home. I guess this is independent. Thanks.
Please, before you leave, where's the prepositional phrase and where is the modifier? Sir Islam? Hello? Sir Islam, are you there? Okay, where is the prepositional phrase and where is the modifier? Would you please underline the prepositional phrase and circle the modifier in sentence number 1. Okay. I don't know whether you activate it or not. Okay. Oh, you muted your mic, okay. Okay, I activated your mic, okay?
Can you hear now? Okay, actually I'm lost with the prepositional phrase and modifier, but I will try. Something interest rates. I guess this is a prepositional. Modifier like dropped or considerably, I guess.
Okay, so do you agree? Do you agree with Islam? So Islam, you didn't get the prepositional? Can anyone find the prepositional phrases in this sentence? I guess we have more than one. At least we have two. We have two prepositional phrases in this sentence. We are answering. In the last, this is the first one. Perfect. In the last one, in the last. Preposition, in plus noun. Prepositional phrase. On your new home. On, excellent, very good. Okay, so prepositional phrase again means preposition plus noun or pronoun. In the last month and in your new house. On your new house, okay, or new home. What about the modifiers? Can you find any modifiers here? I have 4 modifiers here. Considerably, okay, this is one. Okay, we said considerable. Okay, this is number 1. Where else? The modifiers. What is the modifier? The modifier is simply adjective or adverb. Can you find any adjective or adverb here? Okay, I'm sorry, I just got disconnected. Okay, so we said consider and wise. Can you find any other modifiers? Modifiers simply means adverb or adjective. New, okay. Excellent, very good. New and interest. And new. No. Reference, no. Refinance, no. Refinance, it's a verb. It's actually an infinitive. Mr. Abdelhadi, okay. Mr. Abdelhadi, please follow with us. Inshallah you will understand. Try. No, let's say actually. Interest here. No, it's not a verb. Since interest rates have dropped considerably in the last month, There's only one more modifier here. One more modifier. Okay, let's take it word by word. No. No, guess 129. No. Wise, we finished wise already. So since, no. Interest, we said it. Rates, no. Have, of course it's no. Dropped, it's a verb. Excellent, Shireen. It's last. Last, and this is the last. And this is the last modifier that we have in this sentence, okay? No. Yeah, okay, yes, that's true. Okay, as for the second sentence, who can do it? Who want to share? Mr. Haytham, would you please do the sentence number 2? Mr. Haytham Makti. Where is Mr. Haytham? Okay. Dr. Hiba Salah, inshallah next sentence you're going to do it. Mr. Haytham, you have the pen. Place brackets around the dependent clause. Mr. Haytham, what do you mean by no one? I finally added Tom in his office and he said what he mentioned by express email. No dependent. I finally reached Tom in his office and he said that. Okay, that's true. Okay, what about the prepositional phrase? Can you find any prepositional phrases? In his office, okay, that's it. Yes, excellent, very good. By express mail. Okay, what about the modifiers? What about modifiers? Circle any modifiers. Finally, okay. No, express no. Redesigned no. What do you mean? Press 2. Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, Jazakumullah khair. That's quite easy, I think. Do you have any problems with such kind of questions? Is it clear now? Can you identify the prepositional phrases and the modifiers? What the difference between the prepositional phrase and the modifiers? Is it clear now? Okay. Problems, prepositional phrase. Why, Miss Naveen? Simply, the prepositional phrase is preposition plus noun or pronoun. Okay, the preposition is prepositional phrase from its name. It contains preposition and noun or pronoun. Okay, the modifiers are adjective or adverb. Okay, I'm afraid we won't have time to the whole 5 sentences. So let's proceed with our okay. The prepositions, this is a short list for prepositions. Prepositions are extremely important. They help us to understand how objects relate to each other in space and time. What is a preposition? The preposition helps us to understand how objects relate to each other in space and time. Okay? But they can also be one of the most difficult aspects of foreign language to learn. Here are some more common preposition, okay, like about, above, across, after, against, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, and so on. So the main point here that it deals with the space and time. Okay, the preposition has to do with the space and time. Okay. Now we are going to talk about parts of speech. This is very interesting part, but please focus because it's interesting and important at the same time. We are going to discuss every single point in this chart later on, but now just focus. Let's have a general idea about this. What is the parts of speech? Okay, the speech consists of our words. Speech equals group of words. And this, okay, I'm not sure where's the zoom. Technical support team, can you please zoom the slide? Mr. Rabia, you are going to use this will help you to arrange your structure and use your grammar correctly in your exam, in your writing and reading comprehension. Okay? And of course, this is for, I mean, like, this will benefit you in the long term. I mean, like, you are going to understand how the grammar works, and this will enhance or improve your understanding for English. Okay? So we are you know, like, learning. Okay? Thank you. So a word's part of speech determine the function and form. It determines the function and form. The word quite, for example, can be either a verb or an adjective. It changes quietly when it is an adverb. Be sure you know the different parts of speech and the job each part of speech performs in a sentence. The following table offers a quick reference guide for the main parts of speech. Okay? Here's the parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, helping verb, which we call auxiliary, adjective, adverb, and preposition. Kindly focus here, because if you have any questions, we can answer such questions on the wall. Okay, on the wall of the group or in the forum. Okay, so please focus with me on this slide. We are talking now about parts of speech. Parts of speech. What are the parts of speech in English? Noun, pronoun, verbs, helping verbs, which we no, Miss Marwa, it's okay. Okay, please learners, stop chatting. This affects the sound. So kindly stop using the chat. This chat is designed for questions concerning what I'm saying now. Okay? The current slide. Okay? جزاكم الله خيرا. So let's go point by point. As for the noun, what is the function of the noun? The noun, from its sentence, from the word itself, it means name. A name of what? A name of a person, place, thing, or concept. Nouns is a name of a person, place, thing, or a concept. Like desk. Okay? It's a name of a thing that we sit at and do finish our work. Okay? A name of a person like Ahmed, like Mona, like mother, like Taha. A name of a place, okay, like Egypt, like Africa. Okay? So a noun is a name of person, place, thing, or a concept. Examples like girl, Eleanor, street, walls, calculator, happiness. Happiness is a concept. It's something we cannot touch, we cannot it's not tangible. As for pronouns, the pronoun takes place of a noun, so that a noun does not have to be repeated. Okay, the pronoun, as for the pronoun, it takes place, we replace the noun with a pronoun. Why? In order not to repeat the pronoun. Okay? Like, Ali was very sick yesterday and he didn't go to school. Okay? So we don't have to repeat the name. We just use the pronoun. Like I, you, he, she, us, they, this, that, themselves, somebody, who, which, and so on. Okay. If the sound clear, kindly write number 1 in the chat. Okay, jazakumullah khair. I think the sound is clear. So if you have a problem with the sound, kindly refresh your page. Refresh your page. Okay? Or use Firefox or Google Chrome browser. Okay? As for the verb describes an action. It has to do with an action or state of being. Okay, so the verb describes an action or state of being. Like what? Like jump. Jump, it's an action. Becomes, is seemed. Okay, so it has to do with describing an action, something you can do. Something you can do or you can be. Helping verbs. These verbs, it's known as auxiliary verbs. Okay, like combines with other verbs. It's not main verbs. Okay, so the helping verbs are not main verbs. Mr. Harik, we are going to discuss this later, inshallah. We are going to talk about every single point here with details. Okay, so the helping verbs are not main verbs. They are helping. They are called helping verbs because they help the main verb. They carry such the negative and the tense in the negative sentences. For example, they help in making questions and so on. Okay, to create verb phrases that help indicate the tenses. Like form of be and do and have, can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, and would. As for the adjectives, the adjectives, who can tell me what is the adjectives? We said we like defined adjectives before in two words. Without looking, be honest, don't look at the slide, just tell me. Describing an action? I'm sorry, Mr. Alexander, it's not the correct answer. Describing an action, it's an adverb actually. I'm asking about the adjective. This is the adverb, yes. Okay, what about the adjective? Describes people. Excellent, very good, Mr. Haytham. It describes nouns. It describes nouns. Okay? Okay. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much. Identifiers. Excellent, very good, Ms. Shiri. So the adjective describes nouns and pronouns. Can also identify or quantity. Okay, like fit, small, glorious, unexpected, expensive, and so on. Okay. What about the adverb? The adverb describes verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, or entire clauses like slowly, happily, always, very, and yesterday. As for the preposition, expresses the relationship in the time or space between words in a sentence. Expresses the relationship in time or space between words in a sentence. In, on, around, above, between, and we have the list that I showed you. Inshallah, it will be very, very easy for you to use it as a reference. Okay, so verbs. The first thing that we are going to talk about today is verbs, and verbs is very important. It's a very big part, so I hope inshallah today we will have time to finish this part. So verbs are the agent of action. The verbs are the agent of action in a sentence. They are the heart of a sentence because they express the action or state of being of the sentence. What's the difference between action and state of being? Like, it rains a lot in Seattle. It rains a lot in Seattle. Here, rains is an action, something which can happen. Okay, but what about I feel really good about this deal? I feel really good about this deal. Feel, state of being. Feel. This verb expresses a state of being, but rains expresses action. So this point is clear? Is this point clear? Like mood or any untangible thing. Being like happy, sad. Okay, so on. Okay, the poor cat is starving. Is it a state of being or action? Is it a state of being or action? The poor cat is starving. No, Mr. Islam. State. All of you agree that it's a state of being? State of being? Wow. Okay, all of you, do you agree? Okay, I think, yeah. Okay, perfect, you got it. Okay, perfect. No, Mr. Sameh, no, it's not an action. It's starving. Okay, it's a state of being. She's not acting. Okay, the cat is not acting. It's not acting. Do you understand? Do you understand the difference between them? Okay, it's a state of being. It's not acting. It's not like it's not jumping or running. Okay, it's a state of being. How does it look like? Okay, how does it feel? Yeah, yeah, it's sort of. So what about Chester smiled broadly? Chester smiled broadly. Is it a state of being or an action? Very clear. Yeah. So now you know, Mr. how quite the state. It's an action, like cried, like screamed, like run, like ran, like rained, like what else? What action? What other action? Actions like any action. So how is it clear? Eat, lie, yeah, right. It's confusing. Well, you have to ask yourself, is something that I can do, like I can't do it right now, or something I can be, play. Okay, all of these are actions. Okay, so smile, it's an action, like, okay, say, جزاكم الله خير. Okay, verbs have 5 basic forms. We can find the verbs in 5 basic forms: infinitive, present tense, present participle, past tense, and past participle. Okay? Okay. As for the infinitive base, what is the infinitive base and how can we use it and where can we find it? The base form of the verb plus the word to. The infinitive base is the base form of the verb plus the word to. To go, to be, to desire, to arrange. Okay? To sleep, to play, to eat. To plus the base form of the verb. To indicate tenses of regular verbs when the action of the verb did occur or is occurring or will occur, we use the base form of the verb and add the appropriate tense endings. These forms have no tense. Okay? We determine whether this action did occur or is occurring or will occur, and then we change this form into, no, it's not a preposition. No. We call this form infinitive base. Okay? Or infinitive form. And then we change this form according to the tense. What about the present tense? What about the present tense? The verb form that expresses what is happening now. The present tense expresses what is happening now. Like I'm glad you are here. I am glad you are here. Chester smiles a lot. And of course all of us know the usage of the present simple. We use it when we are expressing fact or habit or talking about routines or something that repeated every day and every month and every week and every hour and so on. Okay? So I am glad you are here, or Chester smiles a lot. The present tense of regular verbs is formed as follows. The first person, like I and we, in the singular, it takes the base form. We write dream. For example, if our verb will be dream, I say I dream or we dream. Okay? I for the singular, we for the plural. I dream and we dream. Okay? For the second person, we say you. We are going to see this, Mr. Rabia. We are going to discuss this. Be patient, please. Okay, for the second person, you, we say for the singular, you dream, or for the plural, you dream. Okay, what about the third person, like he, she, it, or they? We say for the singular, we add s or es or ies. It will be she or he or it dreams. And as the plural, we will say they dream. Okay, so this part, is it clear? You understand this point? All of you? Okay, that's great. That sounds perfect. Okay. Let's move on to the present participle. The present participle actually is what we call the present continuous. Yeah, I think we call it the present continuous. But actually, the grammar, very grammatical idiom to say present participle. The present participle. The verb form that describes what is happening now, like in this very moment. Okay, it ends in ing and is accompanied by a helping verb such as is. Okay, which is verb to be combined with verb to be, am or is or are. Chester is smiling again. They are watching the clock market very carefully. Okay, let me try to make something clear for you. We're going to have, this is the timeline. Okay, this is the timeline. This is the future, and this is the past, and this is now. Okay, this is the action. Okay, this line for action. When the action is something which happens every day, every week, every month, every Sunday, okay? Here we use the action can happen in any time. It's habit, it's fact, like the sun rises every morning, okay? So here we are going to use the present simple, the present simple, okay? Do you understand this point? Okay, what about the present participle? The action happens here and only now, okay? At this time, at this very moment, while I'm talking, Muhammad is studying in this very moment. Okay? But be careful. Something. Words that ends in ing don't always function as verbs. Words that end in ing, not every ing ended word can be in the present participle. Why? Because sometimes they act as nouns and are called what? Gerunds. The gerunds. The gerunds. They can also function as adjective, like called participle phrases. Okay? Like what? Like present participle as a verb, he is eating the plastic fruit. He is eating the plastic fruit. As a gerund, as a noun, the plastic fruit is not for eating. Here, eating, it's not a verb. It's not even a verb. It's a noun. Okay, it's a gerund, a kind of noun. What about the participle phrases, like adjective? The sleeping baby awoke. The interesting movie is displayed. Okay, so not every word ended in ing is a verb in the present participle. No, we have to focus, we have to be clear and be careful. Okay, simply the present participle consists of verb to be plus verb, the base form of the verb, like smile plus ing. Okay, watch plus ing. They are watching, Chester is smiling, I am playing. Okay? Okay. Shall we move to another point? No. Noun plus ing equal verb. How come, Mr. Amir? Mr. Amir, no. How come noun plus ing equal verb? How come? I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. What do you mean? It's verb plus ing. Verb to be plus ing plus verb plus ing gives the form of the present participle, which we call the present continuous. Okay? Okay, so that means that grammar has to do with the meaning. Which meaning would you like to convey? Would you like to talk about the action? So you are going to use it as a verb. Would you like to describe a noun? So you are going to use it like an adjective, like the sleeping baby. Okay? Are you going to use it as a noun, as a gerund? So the plastic fruit is not for eating. Okay? Or playing is not allowed here in this area. Okay, if you are in a mall or something. Mr. Islam, yes, of course you can say. If you want, plastic fruit is not, no. This structure sounds strange for me. I didn't see it before. The plastic fruit is not to eat. Can I say the plastic fruit is not to eat? This structure is very, it's very strange. No, it's not for eating. Okay, or we can say we don't eat plastic fruit. We don't eat plastic fruit. Okay? Okay, as for the past tense, okay, let's go to our chart here. Simply, the past action happens here. One specific action happened in the past. Where? I don't know. When? I don't care. Okay? It happened and finished. It happened and finished. I don't care where exactly. Okay? I slept. The action is over. the action itself is complete and it's over. Okay, the verb form that expresses what happened in the past. The verb form that expresses what happened in the past. It rained 4 inches yesterday. It rained 4 inches yesterday. The cat felt better after it ate. The cat felt better after it ate. Okay? And how can we form the past? We are going to see, inshallah. What about the past participle? The verb form that describes an action that happened in the past and is used with a helping verb such as has or have or had. Okay, the past participle. Of course, if we use has or have, we are talking about present perfect. Okay, if we use had, we are dealing with past perfect. Okay, this is the common names that we use actually. Okay, so it had rained for days. Chester had not smiled for days. Now, some verbs are regular and others are irregular verbs. As for the regular verbs follows a standard set of rules for forming the present participle, past tense, and the past participle forms. The last slide, okay. Which part, Ms. Naveen? The past tense or the past participle? Fine, the past participle, okay. The past participle, the verb form that describes an action that happened in the past and is used with helping verb. Okay? We are going to discuss the usage later, okay? But now, if we use has or have, now we are dealing like have finished or has finished. Okay? This is the present perfect tense. What about if we said like had finished? This is the past perfect tense. That means that this action happened in a specific time in the past. In a specific time in the past, and it's done, it's complete, and there's a sequence of actions which happened after it. Okay? Okay. How can we form these tenses? How can we form these tenses out of regular verbs? Regular verbs follow a standard set of rules. As for the regular verbs, we use set of rules for forming the present participle or the past tense or the past participle forms. The present participle is formed by adding ing. Okay? The past and the past participle are formed by adding ed. If the verb ends with the letter E, we just add D. If the verb ends with the letter Y for the past tense, we change the Y into the I and we add the ed, and here's some examples. I just want to know, in these rules, are these rules clear? Are they clear to everyone? Do we need to go through any of these rules? Yes? Yes, so much? Okay. Okay. Jazakallah khair. Okay, let's go. Okay, present participle. Sorry, this is present. This column is for present tense, the simple present. And this is present participle, and this is past, and this is past participle. Okay, there's some space mistake here. Okay. Okay, are you following? Okay, jazakallah khair. As for the present, yeah, BP is the last one. Past participle, yeah. Okay. As for the present, verb like connect and the present participle will be connecting. Of course, we are going to add here verb to be, am or is or are, according to the subject. The past will be connected and the past participle will be connected. Okay, and of course here, as for the past participle, what do we add? Who can tell me what do we add for the past participle? For the past participle, had, have, or yes, has, have, or had. Yes, that's true. No, Mr. Rasha. No, I didn't ask about the ending of the verb. I asked what shall I add in front of the verb in order to put it in the past participle tense to make the form. We add verb to have simply has, had, or have, had, has, have, or had. Okay? Okay. So is it clear? Like follow will be following, followed, and followed. Multiply, multiplying, multiplied, multiplied. Notice, noticing, noticed, noticed. Okay. I'm scrolling down just to show you. Inshallah, I'm going to upload this list on the group. Okay, but you must have such list as a reference for you. Okay, look, it's very big. I don't think you just can like sit and memorize it with your pen or whatever. It's very big. Okay, so but of course I'm going to upload all these materials on the group. Okay, I'm going to upload it on a document or something. Okay, but now please focus within the session. Okay. As for the irregular verbs, about 150 verbs in the English language are irregular. They don't follow the standard rules of changing tenses. Okay, they don't follow any rules actually. We can divide these verbs into 3 categories. The first one, irregular verbs with the same past and past participle forms. It's irregular verbs which has the same past and past participle forms. Bleed would be bled and pled. Okay, can you give me another example from such category? Okay, send, buy, bought, pay, excellent, see, so, meet, met. No, Mr. Rabia. No. Teach, to eat. No, eat, no. It doesn't belong to the first category. No, take. Look here please. This is the base form. Okay, this is the base. And this one is the past. And this one is the past participle. Okay? So, see, so, seen? No. These two forms are typical. They are the same. They are the same. Plead, plead. Like meet, met. Meet, met. So and seen are different. Okay? So you got it. Another category is irregular verbs with 3 distinct forms. 3 different forms. Go, went, gone. Be, am or is or are, been. Do you have other examples for this category? Category number 2, or the second category? Eat, ate, eaten. Excellent. Give, gave, given. Okay. Fly, is, see, is, was, been, or to be. Okay. Was or were. Okay. Do, did, done. Excellent. Very good. See, saw, seen. Blow, blew, blow. See, saw, seen. Okay. Oh my god, we are running out. Okay. Write, wrote, written. I think we almost finished the time of the session, so I'm not sure. Still we have like 20 slides, 20 other slides. So we can we just postpone the rest of the session? Are you okay with this? We're going to finish this point and stop here for today. Okay, we're going to finish this point, and this will be the last point. I know, I'm very sorry I didn't notice the time and just wanted you to get every single detail. I'm sorry, Mr. Alexander, I'm very sorry. Okay. Okay, I didn't finish, okay? I just need I just want to make some points clear. Do you agree to extend the structure session to be more than 2 sessions? It's available, Mr. Abdul Hadi. It's available on the group. No, it should be in 2 sessions only. For us, yes. Okay. Okay. If you just allow me for 1 minute, excuse me for 1 minute, please. No, unfortunately, I can't like run 2 sessions a week. I'm sorry, Mr. Hag, I'm very busy. Okay, kindly answer on this. Information. Okay. Thank you very much. Only 2 users said no. Do you have a problem with extending the sessions, the number of sessions? It's very important for the grammar section to understand what does it mean for grammar. If you understand the rule, you're going to use it easily and spontaneously, and this is the point. You will be very fluent with using English in speaking and reading and writing. You will understand why did the writer or the speaker use the tense, why, what the information, okay? Okay, Mr. Alexander, all these materials are available on the forum and on the group on the Facebook. Okay, inshallah, we will still have time, Mr. Rabia. I think we still have time. We have almost a month, so don't worry. Okay. No, Ms. Rasha. No, there's no definition to define questions or so. I'm giving you definition to make you understand. I'm teaching you to be like a life learner. Okay? Okay, Mr. Islam, go ahead. Okay, Ms. Rasha, it's okay. Your questions are most welcome. Don't worry. Well, it's according to what you need, Mr. Islam. It's not about being easier or harder. Okay, but of course the Toefl is much easier. I mean, like the American one, anyway, it's easier than the British style. The British is very like very determined and very fixed. You know what I mean? Miss Mona, this is about IPT and BBT. Okay. Inshallah, Mr. Namir, I'm going to upload everything, the PPT and the PowerPoint presentation and the practice, everything. Inshallah, you're going to find it on the wall of the group. Okay. Just 1 minute, please. Okay. Okay, so the last point here, okay, I know it's been like a very long session. I'm sorry for this, but just I have one small idea, like very small point. Let's finish it, and then inshallah I'll be available for your questions. As irregular verbs with the same present and past participle. Look, the present it have the same form with the past participle form. Okay, like come, came, come. Can you give me another examples of such forms? Such examples? I think it's available. Become, became, become. Excellent. Very smart answer, Dr. Hiba. Very smart, mashallah. Okay. New, new. No, new, known. No, new, known. It's not the same. It's totally different. No is different from new, from known. Overcome. Okay, you can't think of any other examples? Can't you think of any other examples rather than come? Page number 24. Okay, inshallah we are going to continue this concerning verbs and helping verbs and what does it mean, subjective, mood, or troublesome. There are some troublesome verbs and to be consistent with tense and so on. Inshallah next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Okay, Mrs. Naveen? Do you have a question? think it's okay. I think you can take it through the internet. Mr. Alexander now? I don't know. No, not like this, Miss Naveen. No, you can't. You mean just from the internet? No, you have to be affiliated to the to a certified center. Like in Egypt, it's only the Middle East. Well, Mr. Abdelhadi, you have to practicing English is very important, of course, to improve your English. As I say always. If you want to improve your speaking, listen heavily. If you want to improve your speaking skills, listen heavily. At least 30 minutes a day. At least 30 minutes a day. Listen to the BBC, listen to the CNN broadcast or channel or whatever. Okay? At least for 30 minutes a day. If you are working, if you are driving your car, if you are doing finishing some work or something, just listen to English, okay? To English native speakers, okay? As for to improve your writing skills, read a lot. Read a lot to improve your writing skills. When you read, you are going to be familiar. You are going to be acquainted with different styles of writings. You will know how to organize your ideas, how to organize your essays, which vocabulary should you use, okay, and so on. You have to find the certified center in the United Arab Emirates. You have to check where is the certified center. So, do you have any other questions? Okay, thank you, Miss Naveen. But you have, Miss Naveen, the point is you have to take your exam from a certified center to be certified. Okay? So, do you have any other questions? You are welcome. You are most welcome, Miss Naveen. Mr. Asha, I don't know. I will tell you something. Okay, Mr. Asha. This test assesses your ability to use English properly as a native speaker. It assesses your fluency, your writing skills, your reading skills, okay? And your understanding, of course. So, if you are not like English native speaker, so during 2 years, your average differs. I mean, like if you are good in English, you will be like very good or excellent, or maybe you will be like weak or very weak. Okay, so they have to make sure like to take this test like periodical in order to make sure that you still have the same level. Okay, because you are not an English native speaker. Mr. Islam, I didn't, but maybe in the future, inshallah. I didn't get the IELTS before, but maybe. The difference between computer-based. Ms. Hiba, Dr. Hiba, we just answered this. Great. I wish I could, Mr. Islam. I wish, inshallah, if we are going. Okay. Internet Toefl, there is no computer-based or paper-based test anymore. Just IPT. Okay, Mr. Alexander, are you sure from this information? Because I heard that the paper-based test is still available in some universities. You're welcome, Mr. Amir. Jazakumullah khair. Dr. Heda, IPT means computer-based exam. Okay, yes. I got your point, Mr. Alexander. Okay. So, I want to tell you something, a surprise, which is, inshallah, we already activated our course in the forum, in the academic forum, the الدارين Academy forum. But actually I'm very busy to upload the material there, but inshallah it will be active, and it will be like a very great reference for you. You can act and participate there. And also there is something I wanted just to draw your attention to, which if you want to participate in الدارين Academy, you are most welcome. You can join the technical support group or recording group to record such lecture and to upload it later on the YouTube. Okay, to be a reference for you or for all students and people around the world. Okay, so that's all about today. So thank you very much for being such great learners. Thank you for attending. Thank you for your time. I'm very sorry that I took such long time. So wish you all a good night. جزانا وإياكم تقبل الله منا ومنكم. Okay, so سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاك الله خيرا. السلام عليكم.